What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Now, before I run down the highlights really quick, in a couple hours after I drop this video, I'm going to upload a short showcasing the Air Jordan 17 Low UNC. So I will be updating the description with a direct link, but you may just see it pop up on your home screen of YouTube. Either way, if you see it, would greatly appreciate just hitting a thumbs up on it, maybe leaving a comment with your thoughts. I don't like uploading twice a day, so this is why I'm kind of giving you guys a heads up. Usually the first upload does well, the second one gets overlooked because YouTube doesn't push these notifications. So, as for the highlights in this video, I have details on the 2025 Air Jordan 11, the pair that everybody looks forward to every year that drops around Christmas time. As well, the Air Jordan 10 Shadow will be returning in 2025. More info on those two later on in the video. We also have more from Jordan Brand and a couple things from Nike. And now let's jump into the news. I'm a big fan when brands release shoes for Halloween, since Halloween, I guess, is my favorite holiday. I don't know if you can call it a holiday, but it's my favorite day to celebrate. The scary movies, the candy, all that good stuff. So whenever I see a shoe, I try to cover it, and coming soon, well, not too soon, is the Nike Book 1 Halloween. So we recently received a first look, and I don't think I covered these yet. Now, this pair features a black, white, and clay orange colorway. And as you can see on the panels, the swoosh is stitched. And to me, it kind of looks like as if you needed to get stitches from a doctor or something like that. Certain ones kind of look like bones. I might just be staring at it too long. But as for the base, it's done in all black. More unique stitching is seen on the tongue in orange, and that kind of resembles something you would see on Frankenstein, more stitching. And then on the heels, we have Chapter 1, and I know this font from somewhere, I just don't know where. It's almost like the Twilight Zone, but I could be wrong on that. Now, on the medial side of the midsole, it'll be done in black, the lateral will come in white, and it almost looks like it comes with glow-in-the-dark detailing, although we don't have images of that, so I can't confirm it. I do like the colorway. I kind of wish that it was a little more Halloween inspired. I know on the Jaw 1 and even the Jaw 2, I think they did pretty well on the whole Halloween theme. But for those that want to buy this pair, they drop on October 30th, and the retail price will be $140. A couple months back, I announced that the Nike Air Tech Challenge 2 Racer Pink would be returning in 2025. Now, this is an OG colorway. However, when it first launched, it was known as Fluorescent Pink. And when they first dropped, it was a women's exclusive. Now, when they return in 2025, they're going to release in men's sizing. I definitely need a pair of these. I actually have a pair of the Hot Lavas, the 2024 pair, on the way. So I don't know if I'm going to get them in time for the release. It might be on the same day, but I do plan on putting together a short video to show you guys. But here we have a first look at the Racer Pink, and this is exactly what I saw when I talked about them a couple months back. And this colorway first dropped in 1990. The official colorway for that pair was white, fluorescent pink, and Zane gray. The 2025 pair will feature white, racer pink, light smoke gray, and coconut milk. So once again, it will have H detailing. That's something I really like on the Air Tech Challenge 2. I mean, to be honest, I could have gone with or without, but I personally like it. And the image you're looking at is a sample pair. So again, it is possible that there could be minor changes on the retail pair, but again, this is what I initially saw. So the pair will feature white leather on the base with the traditional perforations on the panel. Now, the true highlight of the shoe is Racer Pink, which hits the swoosh, top eyelet, Nike Air branding on the tongue and heels, inside of the tongue, and of course the splatter-like details on the sides, something I'm a big fan of. Gray hits the overlays and just above the midsole, while the midsole itself features coconut milk, giving it that aged look. Completing the look, we have white and gray on the rubber outsole. So fortunately, we actually have a release date for the shoe, but it's possible it could get delayed. And as of now, they're expected to debut on January 16th, and the retail price will be $150. Moving on to Jordan Brand, and it's been a while since I featured the Air Jordan 1 Zoom Comfort 2, but there's a pair that's going to drop in a couple days that I thought was actually interesting. So this pair is known as You're Welcome. This is also a women's exclusive release, and the reason why I wanted to feature them is due to the Wings logo. Now, I don't think they've done this in the past, but according to Nike on their website in the description, the Wings logo you'll be able to scratch off. So as you can see, it's all gray, and I have no idea what it's going to look like once you scratch it off, but it's almost like a lottery ticket. Other than that, we have the swoosh logos on the panels. Those are cut out, but it has this very shiny red finish. Now, the official colorway is Pale Ivory, Armory Navy, University Gold, Dragon Red, and Bicoastal. Other than that, they feature leather throughout. On the base, we have this shaggy suede done in blue. Red also hits the tongue label, laces, and then we have yellow on the Zoom Air branding and then green on the ankle. So the reason why this pair is being called You're Welcome, the insoles have the phrases You're Welcome and Have a Nike Day. Other details includes Pale Ivory on the midsole and a gum rubber outsole. I think the scratch off part is pretty cool, but this isn't something I'm like going to rush out to get. And other than that, the actual color blocking, I'm not a super big fan of. Maybe some of you are. And if you do like them, they're going to drop on August 28th, the same day as the UNC Air Jordan 17 Low. And the retail price will be $150. In my opinion, the Air Jordan 2-3 is the best hybrid model from Jordan Brand. Again, that's just my opinion. And we have a new colorway set to release soon. Now, this pair is known as black and metallic silver due to the color scheme, which is simply black and metallic silver. So what makes this shoe so interesting and what I like about them is just the combination of the Air Jordan 2 and the Air Jordan 3. So the upper comes from the Air Jordan 2 and then the midsole is from the Air Jordan 3. Now, as you can see, black runs throughout, and then we have metallic silver detailing, which hits the heel, piping, outlines the wings on the tongue, and then gray covers the outsole. Now, we do have the reptile-like texture on the panels, which is taken from the Air Jordan 2. And this pair comes constructed with leather, as you could see. Now, I did want to showcase the shoe. They should be releasing very, very soon, although we don't have a specific release date. And there is a possibility that select retailers have already got them and released them. I just haven't came across it yet, nor have I seen a release date. Also, the retail price will be $160. We finally have a release date for the A Ma Maniere Air Jordan 39 While You Were Sleeping. When I went over the While You Were Sleeping collection, it seemed that there was a good amount of people who actually liked the Air Jordan 39 and was looking forward to the release. So now we do have a release date, but before I get to that, for those that don't know, this pair along with 6 others, and actually it's 7 because James Whitner, the founder of A Ma Maniere, announced on his Instagram that there's actually 7 pairs, but the 7th has yet to be announced, celebrates the retailer's 10th anniversary. To my knowledge, this is also the first collaboration on the Air Jordan 39 that will release. And this pair features a violet ore, black, diffused taupe, and gum light brown colorway. So this pair has a similar color theme as some of the others. And prior to this, we only had one image. So with these new photos, it definitely gives us a better look. Now, as for the release details, this pair is set to debut on August 30th, and the retail price will be $215. There is a raffle on A Ma Maniere that is live, but it looks like in store at A Ma Maniere in Atlanta and DC locations, you'll be able to pick up on August 30th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, the size range will start at a men's size 5, which is a women's size 6.5, and they'll go up to a men's size 16, which is a women's size 17.5. I remember when the Christmas time Air Jordan 11 was announced, which is known as Legend Blue, also known as Columbia. Initially, it seemed that a lot of people were not happy, and from what I can tell, this is probably the least liked OG colorway from the whole set. Personally, I'm a fan of them. I really like them. I don't own them. I passed on the 2014 pair. There was a lot of differences if you're comparing to the OG. I don't have the original release, nor do I have the pair that dropped in the early 2000s. So I'm happy for that they're returning. And with each new set of images, it makes me appreciate them more, at least when we're getting product shots because they look so clean and nice. And these new photos actually come from a retailer known as Size. They're in the UK. And it's been a minute since I've talked about the shoes, so of course I wanted to talk about them here once we got the new images. So like always, just to run it back, I wanted to go over some history, something I like to do. This pair originally released in 1996, and they received the All-Star nickname due to Michael Jordan wearing them during the 1996 NBA All-Star Game in San Antonio. MJ won MVP that year, and he dropped 20 points, 4 rebounds, and had 1 assist. Now, we saw the first retro take place in 2001. There was a difference between the 1996 and the 2001 pair, and that was the patent leather. So the 2001 pair featured a lower cut patent leather, nor did it have peaks. Now, in 1996 and 2001, the shoes were known as Columbia. Going forward, we would see another release in 2014. Instead of being called Columbia, Jordan Brand switched the name to Legend Blue. I've heard different reasons why. I've talked about them in previous videos, but if you missed those, one of the reasons I heard was due to trademark reasons, although I don't know if that's 100% accurate. I also heard that Columbia Blue is like an inappropriate word, and kind of like what Jordan Brand later on did with the Air Jordan 4 Military Blue. They changed the name on their website, although on the box it still says Military Blue. They did the same thing in 2014. Again, I'm not sure what is true here. I would love to know with some actual proof. Not only that, the 2014 pair was not like the 2001 nor the 1996. There was a lot of differences with the overall shape, of course, was really bad. I personally thought the materials were really bad. Some of the colors didn't match up in certain areas. And although a lot of people consider this not the Columbia, it was Jordan Brand's attempt to recreate the Columbia Air Jordan 11. They just failed at it. So in 2024, the pair will return. The overall look I'm very happy with. I think it does resemble that of the 1996. We have the higher cut patent leather, the peaks, all that good stuff. Now, I've been talking about these for quite a minute, so let me get to the release details. This pair is currently scheduled to debut on December 14th, and the retail price will be $230. For those that don't know, Jordan Brand upped the price on the Air Jordan 11 last year. So the retail price was $225, but they decided to raise it. Also, I'm sure everybody knows this. This pair will be available in full family sizing. So I mentioned the adult size would be $230, grade school will cost $185, preschool will cost $100, toddler sizes will retail at $80, and crib sizes will cost $60. All right, so to start off where I left off from yesterday's video, the Air Jordan 10 Shadow is expected to return later on in 2025. So this info and the next info that I'm going to go over is in collaboration with myself, Z Sneakerhead Z, and Sneaker Market RO. So shout out to both of them. And the Air Jordan 10 Shadow will be returning. However, it will be with a toe cap. Now, I know a lot of people do not like the toe cap. The Air Jordan 10 still is going to return, and that will also feature the toe cap. I do find it a little bit odd since MJ didn't like the extra piece of leather on the toe cap that they're actually going to release them. And Jordan Brand did release the Air Jordan 10 still with the toe cap, but they wound up recalling them. The Shadow pair never released with that toe cap. However, there was a sample made. I was able to find images of the sample, so I'll include that in this video. And if you watched yesterday's video, you probably heard me talk about somebody leaving a comment stating that the Air Jordan 12 Taxi was going to return. They also mentioned another shoe, and this is the shoe that they mentioned. And this is the pair that I heard about, so initially I knew that he definitely knows something. So yes, I can talk about it now. And again, I just want to reiterate that these are expected to return. And since there's so much time from now until then, it is possible it could get scrapped. But again, I highly doubt it. It would be kind of cool to see that they change the toe cap on them to have that clean look. But as of now, the toe cap is here to stay. So just to run back a little bit of history on the shoe, they first dropped in 1994, and then a special iteration came out in 2008. That pair was released part of the Countdown series, which also featured the Air Jordan 13. Both of those shoes equaled the number 23 to celebrate the release of the Air Jordan 23. Now, they were different compared to the OG that released. The number 23 was stitched on the ankle, and the checkered-like pattern that's on the liner was a bit lighter. Now, doing some digging, I did find some photos of MJ wearing the Shadow Air Jordan 10 on court. The pair he was wearing appears to have the number 23 stitched on the ankle, like the Countdown Pack pair. Now, I couldn't find any clear photos of the lateral side. It's more straight on the shoes, but you can kind of see some red. I will include the images so you can know what I'm talking about. And the last time we saw the shoes released was in 2018. Jordan Brand also released the Air Jordan Force 10 Shadow, which was like a fusion with the Air Jordan 10 and the Air Force 1. That was around the mid-2000s. I don't know the exact year off the top of my head. I'm not going to lie, some of those fusions I actually liked. I know I own the Taxi pair. I don't own any of them now. A lot of people look back and kind of laugh at them, but at the time they were dope. I at least thought they were. Nowadays, I probably wouldn't wear them. I just thought it was the closest pair I could get to the Air Jordan 12 Taxi at that time. Now, like I mentioned, fall or holiday 2025, although I initially heard fall, it's just that it could be moved around. And the colorway on this pair will be dark shadow, true red, and black. Also, the retail price is expected to be $210, although that could change, but that's what it's looking like for now. Let me know your thoughts on the Air Jordan 10 Shadow returning, but this time with the toe cap, down in the comment section below. All right, so we got some very, very early info on the 2025 Air Jordan 11, which, as you guys know, they release around Christmas time every year. Now, a lot of people were hoping that the Gamma Air Jordan 11 would return. I thought that would be pretty cool, but what a lot of other people were suggesting is the Air Jordan 11 Space Jam. Now, for me, that's my favorite Air Jordan 11 of all time, so I was 100% on board with those talks, although none of the talks were official, of course. It was just people talking online, wanting them to return. But it looks like Jordan Brand is going to release an entirely new colorway on the Air Jordan 11, which I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit confused about, but I'll get into that in a moment. Now, just a heads up, the color blocking shown is not accurate. It was put together to represent what it could look like. Now, we do have a general colorway. This isn't the official colorway from Jordan Brand. The 2025 pair is expected to feature black, red, and gray. Now, when I say it's not the official colorway, what I mean is, for example, the red could be varsity red, the gray could be cement gray. Now, we have an idea of the actual colorway, but we don't want to put that out just yet. And at the time, I couldn't connect it to an OG sample or some sample or PE or something that maybe they're bringing them back. Although I could have missed it while doing some searching, but even then, it wouldn't be confirmed. Now, what I think they're going to do here, this part isn't confirmed, but it has to be something along these lines. This could be like a celebratory shoe. For example, we saw the Air Jordan 11 Gratitude release. That was kind of like a thank you. We also saw the Air Jordan 11 Jubilee. That celebrated the 25th anniversary of the Air Jordan 11. And this pair could celebrate the 40th anniversary of when the Air Jordan line started. Now, I do find this a bit odd because all of the shoes dropping in 2025, and we have a lot of OGs and older retros. But for one of the hottest pairs to release in 2025 is going to be a brand new colorway. Now, don't get me wrong, this colorway still could be very dope. It could be executed really nicely, but I'm going to be honest, I was kind of anticipating either an older retro or potentially another release of an OG shoe. I know the Bread Air Jordan 11 and the Concord Air Jordan 11 released in 2018 and 2019. I believe those were the years they dropped. The Concord in 2018, the Bread in 2019. Now, the Space Jam isn't an OG colorway. Again, that is my favorite shoe, and they last dropped in 2016. I believe it was 2016, and they had a whole thing to them. Now, for the 2025 pair, what I would have liked seeing is that they brought the Space Jam shoe back, but with some blue detailing. In 2009, the Air Jordan 11 Space Jam released. That actually featured Varsity Royal. And when they dropped in the year 2000, they also featured Royal. So it would have been cool to see that pair return. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what they're doing here. I know I'm going to get more information over the next several weeks. So this will be ongoing information. But I did want to get this information out as soon as I could. So at least I could put the information to rest about Gamma Air Jordan 11s returning, because I've been seeing a lot of posts with people kind of teetering on the lines of saying they're returning, but more so doing it as clickbait. The retail price should be $230 and also available in full family sizing. So my question to you guys is, which Air Jordan 11 would you have liked to see debut in 2025? As well, the mock-up shown here, although again, not accurate, what is your thoughts on that? If they dropped just like this, would you buy? And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Like I mentioned, in a couple hours after this video drops, I'm going to release a short of the Air Jordan 17 Low UNC, aka University Blue. So I'll probably add the link down in the description of this video once it's live, and greatly would appreciate it if you checked it out, hit a thumbs up on it, commented your thoughts. I don't like uploading twice in one day, but this information I needed to get out. Plus the shoes drop tomorrow, so I really don't have much time to spread things out. So other than that, I do plan on doing one more video this week and 1 to 2 more shorts. It's definitely going to be a busy week. I'm already lacking sleep. I feel it. I'm on, I think, 5 hours of sleep. Had a full day of work. Went and picked up these Jordan 17s to record. Also worked out. So I'm pretty done for today. But yeah, for this video, let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.